Here I lay all alone, tossing, turning, longing for some of your tender love. I'm waiting for the right moment to come so I can thank you for all the tender love you've given to me. Tender love, love so tender, pulling me close to you. Baby, I surrender. Candles fade like the dark. Now I see how lovely the feelings are. All the tender love you've given to me. I want you more and more. Can't resist you more than I feel your touch. Tender love, loving me straight from the heart. Holy mirror, please let me be a part of the tender love you're giving to me. Tender love, love so tender, holding me close to you. Baby, I surrender. No. Yeah. nothing but some respect. And see the love from his eyes be reflected. Never looking for a handout or a check. Just a humble spirit looking for a real connection. Love from the depths of my soul I am giving. Loyal to the death with a heart made to listen. Open to give and receive. Be the air that you breathe. Help you move into a king's position. I don't wanna sit up on this throne by my lone. Wanna ride or die, but not someone to own. I should be the fix that you need when the world makes you bleed. Never leave is what my mama told me.
She's the greatest gift bestowed on me. Made in the image of royalty. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Ain't nothing like a woman, a woman, a woman. From the crown of her head to the toes of her feet, down to the melanin in her skin. She's strong like a rock, strong as a rock. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman. Yeah.
You know what? That queen genius mean in your routine. And since a clean, serene teen stepping fresh on the scene. And once I felt need for a real help me, gave up every different hottie for a real wisdom body. Some be out searching far and long, but now you got me going gaga. A star is born. That royal treatment, you deserve it. You ain't make it easy, but you made it worth it.
Flattery, you get you nowhere. It don't matter. Words without action, it's just chit chatter. Respect is a must. I ain't with the thuggin'. Tricks are for kids. I'm a grown ass woman. I hit the stage, get the paper. I'm a boss. Salt going in, light going off. Hands up if you know your worth. It stand up, cause it's ladies first.
She's the greatest gift bestowed on me. Made in the image of royalty. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman. From the crown of her head to the toes of her feet, down to the melanin in her skin. She's strong like a rock, strong as a rock. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman.
The greatest gift God gave was a woman. We raised children when other women couldn't. Well aware of the care that's needed for our heirs, and you get out exactly what you put in. Nothing like a big mama, nana, or a auntie support. Still loving and they giving when you coming up short. They believe you can be better, so you show up, pushing for you to be the best when you decide to grow up.
I've been anointed since day one. My mama's a G and she raised one. I'm a queen in real life, I don't play one. I speak my mind, dare you to say something. When life gets harder, I get smarter. I never give up. You ain't gotta show me love, just get my money up. Don't be mad, I'ma stay lit, so please don't trip. Keep up, or I'ma dip and send you back to the
She's the
States.
greatest gift bestowed on me. Made in the image of royalty. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman. From the crown of her head to the toes of her feet, down to the melanin in her skin. She's strong like a rock, strong as a rock. Ain't nothing like a woman, woman, woman.
Yeah, like a woman. Ain't nothing like a woman. Strong as a rock and she can't be stopped. It ain't nothing like a grown woman.
What's good? Let's do a mic check. Can we do a sound check? Does everything sound okay? Because I kind of just hit the power button and came right on. Let me put the comments where they need to go. Let's see. Where we at? Are we good? Somebody let me know that you can hear me okay. I got a new microphone. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Stephen Speed, you can start right now. He said, when I grow up, I want to invest my money. Let me just say this, if I may, and then I'll get into whatever we want to call the show. Here's the thing. It's never too late to invest your money. Thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. It's just the older you get, the higher the percentage has to be. If I had it all over to do at a younger age, I would have invested, money at an early age. It would have been a smaller percentage. That way, you don't have to kill yourself later on in life. You know what I mean? The percentages right now could be anywhere from 20 to 25%. If you're over 40, if you're under 30, you only need to invest maybe 10% of your money. But that's just my opinion. I'm no money expert. I just do what we used to do. I'm a kid that used to put his money in the shoebox. So what do I know? All right. But let me just say this to you guys. I want to thank everybody for the love and support I got over the weekend. for my anniversary. Thank you. I appreciate it. I made the biggest mistake a man could possibly make in his life. All my ladies, y'all will understand this, fellas. I'm taking this one on the chin for the male, for us, brothers. It don't matter what color you are. You can't make this mistake. This mistake that I made was colorless. It had it wasn't malice. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't do it to hurt anybody, but I made a mistake on pretty much to my audience of my anniversary. The date and everything is right. But what I made a mistake, and my wife really lit up into me for this one. Is she wrong for this? I know I'm wrong, but is she wrong for giving me this much of a hard time? Listen, can anybody guess? I tell you, I'll give you an opportunity to share just how crazy some people think. I'll give you an opportunity to guess, what did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? What did I have wrong about my anniversary that you feel like my wife must have? I wouldn't say she clocked out, but she was like, well, what is that? Why you don't know? What did I do wrong? What did I have wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? Can anybody imagine? Miss Pittsburgh, you know what? That's a great answer. She said posting her picture up. That's a great answer because my wife is very private. She don't like when I do things like this. She don't like this. That's her. That's my baby. She don't like that. She's a very private individual. I get it. She don't like me posting the house. She don't like me posting. She don't like me doing anything that's related to our personal life. I get that because she's probably about as real as they come. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of real people don't like, and don't take this wrong. Don't take this wrong. A lot of real people don't like to, floss. Don't like to really show people what's going on because there's too much hatred and there's too much shit out here to make unnecessary attacks or unnecessary engagements with people. So I have to respect that, but she has to understand that, it's mine too. So I have the right to be able to do what I want to do with my side. So if you ever see me show one room, half of a room, that's because that's my half. And I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show what I show. I'm gonna show half the swimming pool. I'm gonna show half this. I'm gonna show half that. I'm gonna show half that. All right, because half of that shit is all mine too. Get what I said? Half mine. All right. My apologies. All right, let's get to it. It's Monday. You know I take off the runway slow on Mondays. I take off slow on Mondays. But let me just say this. Thank you for the people that reached out. My wife and I were gone. We left for the weekend. And I enjoyed myself. She didn't want me to post where we were going. That's her half. She has that half of a right to say that. So we went somewhere and we spent the weekend plus one day together and did what we do. So she enjoyed it, and so did I. It was time away from everything. Here's the thing: cell phones were put up. That was the deal. And the only reason why she wanted me to take my cell phone and turn it off or whatever is because I work. My you got to understand, I don't just have an office on my hip. That's how I kind of keep up with everything from stock, purchases, from how they doing, everything. So I'm a workaholic. Anybody that knows me know that. I'm pretty chill around certain people. But for people that know me in the work capacity, I'm a very aggressive worker. I tend to work so much that I don't really sleep at night. And when I say don't sleep, I mean I don't sleep through the night because when I wake up at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, it's because of something that's on my mind and I want to put it in motion. I'm not a big dreamer. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that thinks about things very long and dream that they could come in fruition. I tend to execute or try to execute my dreams. I try to move forward on them. So my thoughts are always, how do I do that? That's always my thought, is how do I do that? Not if it can be done. Not none of that. I just always say, well, okay, what's my move? If I want to do this, what's the move to make it happen? And that's it. You know what I mean? Great point, Stephen Speed. That's why we had it. We had our cell phones, but we turned them off. And when we wanted to take a picture, we would take pictures because I don't carry cameras. I used to carry a 35 millimeter back in the day. I'm the picture man. I took pictures. I got pictures of everything because I understand that pictures are memories. Okay. I have some of the greatest memories in the world. Things that I'm going to open up one day and be able to say, I remember that. I remember this. I remember that. It's not going to be a moment in my life that I'll ever forget because I've captured a lot of photos. My kids don't like it. They hate it. They hate the fact. Well, they'll grow into knowing why those pictures are important. I have pictures of my mom, me and my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, everybody. And those pictures mean a lot more to me now than they ever have before because a lot of my family members are gone. A lot of my aunts and my grandmothers, my grandmothers that I grew up knowing, they're all gone, and my mother included. And so I have these pictures now that bring back so much memory. And one day my kids will appreciate the fact that when we were at ESPN, in Orlando, and my daughter was doing a competition, one day she will understand why I snuck behind the barrier and was taking pictures behind I was the guy behind the curtain looking all creepy. The young kids call that being creepy when you coming behind the barrels and you're taking snapshots of them, warming up and doing shit. Those are memories that she'll always have in her mind. But then one day she'll see that those memories I captured on film, and she will appreciate them. She'll cuss me out now, or oh, they're just so embarrassing. But they don't understand, do they, DC? Daryl, you know what I'm talking about, brother. We take them off to college, and boy, I tell you, the first year I took my oldest daughter, off to college, she couldn't stand. She said, "Daddy, isn't your battery low on your phone? You didn't took so many pictures." We took a picture at the house. I took pictures of the farmland driving her to Ohio State. I said, we're going to remember this drive. We're going to remember the drive. And it was just 4 years ago. And now I'm pulling up little pictures here and there, and I'm showing her, like, remember we left that day, and remember we took a picture, and you took a picture with the dog, and everything count to a daddy, a real father. Everything freaking counts. It counts to us. We're creating memories. Nothing like a man and his daughters. I don't know how it is to have sons, but I know how it is to raise little girls. And I would probably do the same thing if I had boys. I would capture his first jump shot. I would capture the day that I probably body slammed his ass on the concrete in the driveway when he missed a layup. I would probably document it all, have it all right there. That's just being a dad. Real dads know what I'm talking about. If you're a daddy, if you're a father and you raise a child, your child, if it could be a stepchild. If you've been in a kid, y'all know how I feel about that stepdaddy shit. I don't believe in stepdaddies. I believe that if you a grown ass man and you're taking the responsibility of raising a child, then you are that child's father. If you're doing fatherly duties, you're a father. No stepdaddy, no stepmother. I don't believe in those. I believe you are actually the mother or the father of that child if you're doing the duties. That's just my opinion. All right, so look, over the weekend we had a great time. I'm not going to tell you all about it because my wife said, hey, can we keep this one to ourselves? And I said, well, sure. I'll let you have this one on this half. I'll keep everything to myself. I won't say everything, the details and this and this and that. I'm like, damn, babe, why can't I say something? I mean, like, you running from the feds or some shit? Like, are you running from something? You don't want people to know where we are and what we doing? I mean, people really want to know that about, some of the things that, we do because maybe they would want to do it. If we go somewhere and don't like it, we can share it with the world and say, hey, don't go there. Don't spend your money on that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't jet ski. You don't, something gonna happen, whatever. And she's like, well, no, I just want to keep this one to myself. This was a special one. So now let me get back to the question because Tracy Dillingham just finally got here. So now I can start talking the way I need to talk. Just playing. I'm just playing, sis. But no, guess what I did, y'all, why my wife is so upset with me? Let me go back because I think somebody said it. Let me go back to some of these comments. Someone said posting her picture. That was a great one. That was, I believe, Miss Pittsburgh. Daryl Carpenter said, was it the gift? No, it was not the gift. Sabrina Calloway, what's up, sis? She said, wrong amount of years. Sabrina Calloway, I owe you a t-shirt because that is the exact the exact right answer. I owe you a t-shirt. I got some new ones being done now as we speak. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that I get the information. I'll DM you or something of that nature, get your information, and I'll get it sent out to you. I'll get it to you as soon as the shirts are done. Probably about a week away, and we'll get you. I'm gonna get you a T-shirt for the right answer there. The new 2024 Wyatt Live is gonna be a little bit different. I'm going to try to share some of the things that we do here. I want to get some coffee mugs to brighten up every day, everybody's morning. I don't know if you drink coffee or you drink juice or whatever, but I drink coffee, and I love a mug that may say something that gets my day started, where it's motivating or maybe it's a funny joke or something. I tend to, I have the mug that I'm coming out with that says win your first 8 hours. And hopefully everybody will buy one to support the Wyatt Live show. And all proceeds go to me. I'm only kidding, but it does help the show, and it makes other products, and it gets us t-shirts and hats and all the things that we're going to be bringing out. But the proceeds do go toward the Wyatt Live program. I'm not going to try to sit here and fake the funk and say it's going to the little girls of the poor and the wheelchair kids, I'm not about to go up here and fake it. I am going to run a product line, and you're going to be able to purchase items that will support the show, support the platform, because I'm trying to make this into a bigger thing. I'm trying to add more programming and things of that nature, different shows and stuff like that. In order to do that, I'm going to need help from the family. All right. I don't want to just do it all on my own. I'm tired of doing everything on my own. So I'd like to get support of the family. So every time you purchase something from the Wyatt Live network, then you will be supporting the Wyatt Live network. Okay. So that's one of the things that I find very, very tough in our community to do. You have some very loyal people that will commit, you know, and pledge to you. That's not a problem from a few people. But there's a lot of people that sit in the rooms and sit in the back of the rooms, and they just don't want to engage. I get that. But how could you be part of something every day and not give to that cause or not give to them to try to help them stay there every day? That's why I don't have a problem when people bitch and complain about churches collecting money. I don't complain about that. I don't care what a preacher does with his money. I don't care what a church do with their money. If they open the door every Sunday and they're there Monday for Bible study, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever night it is, someone's paying for that. Okay, that church has to stay in function. I understand church is a business. You know why I say church is a business? Because they pay bills like businesses. So I don't have a problem with a church collecting tithes. I don't have a problem with them collecting funds for the radiator or the church bus or whatever. If it's not there, that's one thing. If I'm supporting something that's just talk, that's one thing. But if it exists, it has to be paid for. Gas has to go in those cars or those church buses. I mean, these things aren't free. So if you want somewhere to listen or to, I mean, I've been here 4 years. Haven't asked for a dime. Haven't asked for a quarter. I've sold a couple t-shirts and things of that nature, but that was to get the brand out there. I'm just saying, guys, if we ever, some of the, I just, in order for you sometime to be self-sufficient, you're going to have to help other people so it'll open doors to the things that you want to do. And we just got to understand that. We got to learn that. It's almost like, hold on one second. Let me text my daughter. All right. Yeah, she just texted me. Just to let you guys know now, I won't be here on Wednesday. My daughter is coming in town on Wednesday. I have to go to the airport and pick her up. Wednesday, she's coming in from school. She's on break, so I won't be here. I have to go to the airport and pick her up. She lands like at 12:30, so I won't be here at 1 o'clock to be able to do the 1 o'clock show on Wednesday. I'll put a note out there on our page to let everyone know. All right, so let me get back to it. One of the things that we have to start doing is supporting one another. And support sometimes is like this. Let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Some people won't like this. Some people will not like this. But it's a fact. In the promotion game, I was bringing fights to the city of Cincinnati, taking fights to Orlando, taking fights to St. Pete, doing fights across primarily in the Midwest and in the South. I would have people who I hadn't heard from in a while who would see the flyer, the fight date, the flyer, and they would say, "Hey, Wyatt, let me get a couple tickets. I want to come out and support you." Wait a minute, let me understand this. You want me, I'm spending thousands of dollars on this project. I'm spending thousands of dollars, and you don't see Pizza Hut, you don't see City of Cincinnati, you don't see um, uh, Domino's, you don't see sponsors. You just see Wyatt. You just see, New Era Boxing. So it's an independent project. And what you want me to do, let me get this straight, family. Let me get this straight, my friend. You want me to give you 2 tickets that I'm spending thousands of my own money on this project. You want me to give you 2 tickets so you can come out and support me. I mean, this is not for everyone, what I'm saying. Some understand what I'm saying, but the people that just may not get it, I'm speaking to you so you can hear me clearly. That is not support. Thank you, Sean D. Nutter. Support is, Wyatt, how much are the tickets? I'm going to need 2. Oh, they're $25? Okay. I'm going to send you $50 for 2 tickets. Or what I want to do is I want to go in VIP. Can me and my wife, do you have 2 spots for my wife and I, or my son and I? How much is VIP? Oh, $125? Okay, I'm going to send you $150 to lock us in, bro, because I'm going to support you. I don't even ask for over the amount. Just paying what the price say is support. Hey, Sabrina Calloway, you remember that? Do you remember what I had to say live on the air? And then I sent a post out. It's a damn shame that people think that free tickets is a level of support. I had to tell them, I'm all out of free tickets. I sold out of free tickets. I had to say that. I said, because everybody's calling me because they want to hook up. They don't even understand what real support really is. So I had to go on the air and look, I'm sold out of free tickets. I'm sold out. And the people who do things in life, if you've ever run a function, if you ever sold baked goods, if you ever done anything with your name on it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People want free shit. Stop asking for something free from somebody that's putting their money up. If they want you to be there for free, they will definitely, trust me, there are people that I reached out to because their presence is important. So yes, I will reach out to certain people and invite them. And if I invite you, I pay. Just like dinner. If I invite you for dinner, if I invite you to lunch, if I invite you anywhere, it's on me. But don't call somebody. I don't care. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be a Wyatt production or Wyatt promotion move. It don't have to be me. Just have some couth about it. Just don't reach out to somebody and say, hey, I don't care if it's your brother. Unless you helping him with the project, unless maybe you're part of it. Maybe you helped him promote it. Maybe something to that nature. But don't just reach out to somebody and say, hey, let me get a couple of your t-shirts. I'm going to wear them. I'm going to support you. Who are you? Unless you're somebody on television where the world could see those t-shirts, or you're an influencer online and you got millions of people following you, or thousands, at least thousands. Put yourself in the thousands category. But just that's that freeload shit that we grew up on, man. You know what I mean? Like the lady that come knock on your door and shit. You don't ask her for nothing. And y'all know who I'm talking about. That damn person that come knock on your door asking for a cup of sugar. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? How you gonna borrow a cup of sugar? You gonna give it back when? When I get my cup of sugar back? Y'all remember that? Or were you the one that was borrowing cups of sugar? Boy, I hated that shit. And they send the old dusty ass kid over with a cup. Can we borrow a cup? My mama want to know. My mama want to know. My mama want to know if y'all let us borrow a cup of sugar. The fuck? I got sugar in my living room in my kitchen right now. That's probably 2 years old. I ain't ran out of sugar. I don't know how long ago. Sugar? You just a come on, man. Wipe your nose. Stop. All right. Hey, quick thing. Miss Donna. Hey, quick thing. Can I borrow your VCR? You ain't getting that one back. All right, so listen. What I heard over the weekend. I actually watched it on I was online, and I watch these apps, and it's local television and stuff. I have this YouTube TV that I watch when I'm out of town so I can keep up with the hometown news of Cincinnati and in St. Pete. Um the state of Kentucky has a bill on the line. I got a quick question. I want to ask y'all about this shit. Have you heard about this? The state of Kentucky has a bill that they're putting up. I guess they're voting on it. I don't think it's been passed yet or anything. But the bill, let me just make sure I say this right. I don't know what the bill is, what number it is. You know how they say Bill 5703 and shit like that. I don't know what it is, but it's a bill over in Kentucky. It's saying Kentucky is proposing a bill to change the age to 15 years old as an adult, to charge somebody as an adult at the age of 15 when a gun is used. Now, I know there's going to be split emotions on that here on this channel. All right. And probably some other places too. I know on Black Radio, they would definitely have a split on it. But I think it would be more on my babies, them 15-year-old babies. I think they've been geared and conditioned over there to believe that a 15-year-old should not be charged as an adult. And I think, quite honestly, it's a raw and horrific thing to do. However, it may be necessary, because what a lot of people who say these babies and these babies, they ain't nothing but babies. One thing you don't know is you don't know these babies' criminal record. You don't know what these babies at the age of 15 have already been in. You don't know what they're capable of. So it's not fair to defend somebody when you don't know what their history is. To defend somebody for a one-time situation or what we call a cause, to defend them right now for this thing and not look at their track record or their record, their history of violence or their history of this and this and this and that, that's not fair. That's just intellectually dishonest. You shouldn't do that. You have to look at where these kids are and what they're into and what they're doing. What's their consistency? That's just my take on it. So Kentucky is doing this thing. It's a proposal. Y'all can put a D or a R, whatever you want to do. You can say it's a Democrat thing, it's a Republican thing. You can make it into you can soften the blow of the argument however you want. You can even blame one group of people. You can blame the other group, whatever you want to do. But you still can't get away from the fact that we have 15-year-olds out here murdering people. And generally, this 15-year-old is not out there for the first time doing this. It might be his or her first murder, but you can generally look at the consistency of the trouble that they're getting into. It never de-escalates. It always escalates. The level of shit they get into. And I know these babies and no babies and all that old shit. But we had somebody come on the show that went out and was so-called, helping out at some of these challenging schools and was totally disrespected. Totally disrespected. She sat in the classrooms. They was disrespecting her. Not disrespecting her to the point of calling her names, but the actions, the things that they were doing were very disrespectful for a guest to be in your building. And you just acting all normal like this is regular shit, cussing and bad music. And one of the things, I don't want this to get past anyone. One of the things that she said, and I don't know if she said it on the show or when I talked to her after or what, but she said, she was like, and Wyatt, if you see how many ankle bracelets that come into that School. Now, if y'all don't know what the ankle bracelet is, it ain't some shit they got down in the Bahamas while on vacation with their name on it. You know, they got the seashells with the beads and all that old shit. Now, ankle bracelets is EMU units, electronic monitoring devices, EMDs. It's home incarceration things. So, my thing is this: you can't have it both ways with these babies. You can't say, well, we don't want to charge the parents. Hold on one second. We don't want to. Hold on, I'm sorry. It's my daughter. Sorry, guys, I'm coming. All right, you can't say that you don't want to have the parents involved in these crimes or charge the parents. You don't want to do that, but then you also don't want to turn around and treat the kid as an adult in the court system. So make this shit make sense. You just want it to be messed up both ways, obviously. You don't care if the kid is underage, and then you don't want the kid's parent to be responsible for what they doing out here. So explain to me, I mean, how is this shit gonna make sense? Make it make sense. You just want the kid to, I mean, come on now. Now, here's the thing. The kid is truly the victim. The kid is truly the victim because in most of these cases, the kids don't really have anybody, steering them in the right direction. And that's why the parents should be responsible and held accountable. Nobody birthed that child. I ain't taking my ass nowhere down there trying to take care of somebody else's kids. All I need to do is take care of my kids. That's why I keep trying. I'm selfish. What's the word for that? Selfish, right? I'm selfish. I need more people to be selfish. I don't need you to be me. I don't need you to be like me. I just need you to be selfish. Take care of what's yours. Put yours first. Let's see what happens. Everybody want to know what's the answer. What's the solution to the problem, Wyatt? There it is. Be selfish. Take care of yours. Fellas, take care of your children. This is why we're not popular over here. We're here. We're here, but we're not popular. People don't want to hear that shit. Here, let me bring this up real fast before I lose everybody. Let me just say this to you. People that's new here, when I say let me do this before I lose everybody, I don't mean intellectually lose them. I mean, I ain't trying to hear that shit he talking about, and they hit the button and click on to do something different. They look at Sandra or somebody with a fat ass. That's more intriguing than the Wyatt Live show. But I get it. I got it. Let me just say this to you, and then hang up. It's funny how I get DMs or tagged in something for show ideas. You know what I mean? People who contact me from left field. They don't come to the show. They don't click into the show. They don't engage in the show. They don't do none of that shit. They keep their distance because they part of that boule group. You understand what I'm saying? They part of a different group. They pretend not to be interested. They pretend not to be here. They pretend that they not listening. They cutting off right now because they feeling guilty as we speak. But guess who sends me the most? I shouldn't say the most, but it's about even. They send me the most topic idea. Oh, Wyatt, you should talk. Here's a great topic for you. I didn't know you watch. I didn't even know you watched the show. I didn't know you were here. I didn't even know that you paid attention. It trips me out. Guys, I wouldn't lie to you. I get tagged in stuff and they put my name on it and then they say, this would be a great show topic, Wyatt. And I'm like, I didn't even know you watched. I didn't even know you paid attention. So how do you know what's a great topic or a great, great idea topic for what we doing over here if you're not watching? Oh, then it hit me. I'm slow to the beat sometimes. You do watch. You do watch. You do listen. You might not stick around long because when the shoe fit on some shit, you bounce. You never want to hear, what the problem is. You just never want to hear the real solutions. You know what the problem is. We all know what the problem is. We all know that there's a problem at home. And I ain't heard a politician. I ain't heard a peace leader. I ain't heard a pro-black nobody. I ain't heard nobody say, I'm going to knock on doors. I ain't about to talk about that like that. Because I didn't say that last 3 days last week. but y'all know it's a fact over any feelings that you have. It's a fact. It's a pure fact. Now, let me just say this. Over the weekend, I got a chance to watch a movie by Regina King, Shirley Chisholm. They call it Shirley. I don't know how many of y'all seen this movie. I don't know how many of y'all are interested in seeing this movie, but look, I'm tired of the throwback movies from the 60s and 70s and how fucked up shit was for us. I'm tired of it. However, I couldn't help myself but to support my homie, Regina King, who I've had a crush on since probably the first grade. And I'm gonna tell y'all know y'all know I love me. I like a certain type of look, and she is it. You know what I'm saying? And my wife know this is my what do they call it when you have a crush on a celebrity? My celebrity crush or whatever. Regina King is it, and she's a homie. We went to she was born in Cincinnati, and she left Cincinnati really really early. So she don't know nothing about Skyline and shit like that. She didn't grow up on Cincinnati food. She didn't grow up on Grippos, and she ain't grow up on Now and Laters and shit like that, okay? She left way earlier than that, moved out to California, and became something very special to this world. And I remember when she was on 227, and that was my girlfriend. We all had, little girls had boyfriends on TV. I don't know about little boys, but I had a girlfriend on TV, and it was 227 girl. It was Regina King. I don't remember her name on the show. Yes, I do. Shit, it'll come to me. Of course, I would draw a blank on my girlfriend. It's only been 35 years, but she was my girlfriend on TV, and I love me some Regina King. So now she puts out a movie called Shirley. And y'all know this is the same reason I didn't talk highly about The Color Purple, because damn it, how many times do you have to go see The Color Purple? It ain't gonna change. The color not gonna change. The storyline's not gonna change. So I didn't want to go see it. How many Emmett Till movies do I have to go see before I finally figure out what the hell the storyline is about? But now Regina King came with something that was a little bit different. She gave the true story, about as true as it could be, of Shirley Chisholm. And she was the first Black woman to ever run for president of the United States of America. She was a congresswoman. She was the first Black congresswoman. And it was an excellent read. I read the book in junior high. Well, I was in the 6th grade. I wasn't in junior high yet. But I was in the 6th grade. I was going to CCA Academy. And I did a book report on Shirley Chisholm back in the day. And, the movie said one thing, and it gave a brief description of who she was as an individual. It didn't look, let me, she was more special than any of y'all than the movie can tell you. She was a hands-on community leader. She was a real leader. That's why the shit didn't work out for her. If you understand the movie, you got to go. I don't want to see. Here's what I don't want to do, DC. I don't want to spoil it for the people that really want to go see it. It's on Netflix. You need to go see this movie, and you might understand me. I don't want to take the credit. It's not about me, but you might understand why I have the feelings towards fake leadership in our communities, because Shirley Chisholm was just the opposite. She was an amazing woman who believed in everything she talked about. And that's why she couldn't make it. She was a real leader. She wanted to do for the community. She wanted to do for her people. She was a Democrat. But who did her the worst? Who did her wrong? I'm not going to give away the movie because y'all need to see it. My opinion don't count. But I'm going to tell you what I know she used to do. She would do food drives and be there. She was more than just talking about, let's put money into this community and do this and do that. She was more than that. She would show up. Let me just say this to you. Y'all might not agree with me. Some of you might think that I'm talking some bullshit. But let me tell you who she reminds me of. this is gonna be a hard. Some of y'all gonna think I'm reaching when I say this, and then some of y'all gonna think I'm ass kissing, but I'm not. Y'all know I don't do no ass kissing. Shirley Chisholm, if I was to put a face on the 2024 Shirley Chisholm, it'd have to be Alicia Reese. I'm on record saying that. The difference, how many politicians do you see in your neighborhoods show up for shit when they have, not just on their functions, but I'm talking about when there's something going on in the community. When there's something going on in their community, they're there. I don't care if they standing in the camera. That's their job. Okay, they in the camera, they filibustering, they doing what they supposed to do to maintain their job. But I'm talking about Shirley Chisholm actually went into the community, and she actually was part of every movement. Now I'm not talking about when she got endorsed by the Black Panthers. All right, that was a stretch. That was, to be honest with you, some people gonna get mad when I say this, but that was a desperate move to stay in the race. Because you definitely not going the black politicians that you were trailing. Soon as you associate yourself with the Black Panthers, you're not part of that anymore. You're not part of the black politician movement anymore when you associate yourself with the Black Panthers. And that's kind of when it all went south for her. That's when the other people and things of that nature start, I won't say rebellion, but they didn't have a problem backstabbing her. They didn't have a problem backstabbing her. I didn't want to give the movie away, but I just wanted you to know that Shirley Chisholm was the real deal. And she was going for that position of President of the United States for all the right reasons. All the right reasons. So let me go to the phone lines real fast before I get started on the things that I want to talk about. And let me see if I can get this thing going. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Wyatt. It's Fame Rothstein. How are you doing?
Hey, Fame. How you doing this afternoon, brother?
I was cool so about 20 seconds ago.
What?
They started talking about Alicia Reese. Don't you dare
What
insult Shirley Chisholm by comparing her to that
I
unrelenting
get it.
asshole, Alicia Reese.
Come on now.
How
Come on.
dare you?
Let's be
Where did you get the balls to come up with that one?
let's be respectful. Let's be respectful.
Let's be
first.
respectful. I don't gotta respect Alicia Reese.
You don't
I don't
have-
vote for her. She's a jerk.
Well, hold on now. Now, did you hear what I said? Now, calm down a second, okay, bro. Let's have a dialect. Let's have a conversation here. You heard what I said when I said some people may not agree with this. Some people,
And I'm one of them.
Okay, well, let me get the words out. I promise. I'm gonna let you say everything you need to say. I understand when people feel a certain way. Okay, I get it. But if I had to put what Shirley Chisholm was about when it came to community and being out front in front of everything, I can't think of another black politician in my area that actually does that. Now, can you?
No.
Okay, but Alicia Reese
because Ms.
does.
Chisholm was that dynamic.
She was a great woman. Trust me, I know that. But I'm telling you, regardless of what you think the purpose or the motive is, Alicia Reese does the same thing. She's out at everything. Her name is in the lights, camera, action. She's present at everything. Who do black radio talk about more than anybody?
I don't listen to black radio. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, some of us do occasionally. And whenever a political situation comes up and it's about voting, that's why she led the Democratic Party on this last election situation, the last little primary that went on. Alicia Reese, from my understanding, got more. This isn't a fact. I'm going by what they said, okay, on the station. She got more votes than any Democrat on the ticket. And there's a reason for that. It's because she's out in front of everything. And I can't be mad at her for that.
I find her to be unrelenting, unconscionable, and she's a professional Negro. Not that she's a black person with a job. Her whole job is about being a Negro. Oh, we get done so wrong. She's never about moving anything forward. She stick people. From the time she got elected for the first time on city council, was up there jamming them small businesses down there downtown. Don't forget that story. Don't forget the story about her, hooking up her dad with the bread that just came out recently. Like from day one, it's like this woman she lacks the gravitas that you would expect out of a politician. She's a basic politician. You know, I got my cronies. I'm taking care of them. The rest of y'all, get in where you fit in.
Okay.
There's nothing special about her.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you say what you had to say about it. And I'm not mad at you. I understand. You're not the only one that feel that way, Fame. I know that. And I'm not trying to be, like I said, I'm not trying to go one way or the other, but I'm just being
Okay.
honest with you and saying
Well, before I go on, well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Tell me one thing I said that was incorrect about her.
I don't agree, because look, here's what I can't do. I'm not going to on the record say to you right here on this platform that the things that you said are true, because I don't have any proof of it. All right. Now
Everybody knows about the story of her and the firefighters. Yeah, I got 900 firefighters that come in here and shut you down. Or however many it was.
Maybe this. See what I'm saying, Fame? I don't know. Maybe I wasn't here when that was going on. I don't know, bro. But I don't have a problem with you getting it off your chest, because there might be some people that can relate to that story and know that it's true. I'm reading some of the comments in the screen. I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying let's be respectful. That's all. And that means
respectful. I didn't call her out her name.
Well, yeah, you kind of did. You know
how?
Well, the perception.
I didn't call her the B word or nothing like
you don't
that.
Have to do that.
I find her to be a jerk.
I don't see that's an.
She's a listen. Okay. If you're trying to like link up with her and
I'm not,
blah blah
bro.
blah.
I'm not.
And
all I'm saying
then why are you kissing her ass? She's a public official. She is not above.
She's not
reproach.
She's not.
Anything.
She's not above approach or any of that. But what we're doing here is getting off the point of what I was talking about. And your perception or your opinion of that individual, because I don't feel the same way that you feel exactly, don't make me an ass kisser. You see what I'm saying? You say that same thing about other stuff. If I agree with you, then we all Gucci then, right? But if I disagree with you because it don't fit what I'm talking about, like I understand where you're coming from, but your description of an individual, just because I don't see it that way, don't mean that I'm an ass kisser towards that person, brother. You smarter than that. You and I ain't.
Well, I just felt that you disrespected the memory, the gravitas of Miss Chisholm by comparing Alicia Reese to her.
Well,
they don't compare.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
They're two black elected women.
Hold on. Let's get it straight. I think before I said what I said, this is why I clearly was trying to clearly present it in the right way. When I said there's going to be people that disagree with me, I know where I'm at. I know what area I'm dancing on when I say that. I know where I'm at with it, because I know how some people feel about the cameras and always being out in the vision and being there. There's a difference between that type of movement and someone like Shirley Chisholm, who was actually out there. She wasn't just serving sandwiches out on the block. She was making them in her apartment. See, there's a difference between really serving the people and then trying to make it seem like you're serving the people, but the perception could all be the same, right? Can't you say that somebody that's serving the people is just giving a perception of serving the people, but the person that's really serving the person or serving the people are going over and beyond? And just because
you couldn't have said it any better. That's how I feel about her. She's not really serving the people.
I understand.
Like we think she is.
I understand, but you don't have to bring the insults to describe your feelings towards that individual. I can't tell you how to feel, brother. That ain't what I'm suggesting.
This sounds kind of. This is a sketched argument right there.
Okay.
That's how I feel about her. I don't feel her to be credible. You know, she was in that situation.
So what does it say this?
She was in the situation.
Go ahead, my bad.
Glenn's dad, R.I.P. him and Glenn, when they tried to bully Angela Leisure, Timothy Thomas's mom. Try to bully Kenny Lawson. When Miss Leisure secretly recorded him.
Okay.
I specifically remember the line that Alicia will take care of it. Alicia will take care of it for you.
Who said that?
But you got to get rid of Kenny.
Who said that?
Glenn's dad, Mr. Washington, the Washington limousine.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying.
Maybe you weren't around. Maybe you weren't in town when that happened.
No, I don't think.
Right after the riots, and Timothy Thomas's mom sued them. Then there was an I-team investigation by the black dude, Stephen Hill, I think was his name, who ended up getting caught in some, messing with kids or whatever.
But Fame.
But that doesn't mean his reporting wasn't
Fame,
accurate.
Fame, let me just say this to you, brother. You and I both know, okay, this is just me and you talking. There's nobody listening. This is me and you. Do you really think I fall for the bullshit that be going on with the bootleg? I mean, do you really think they fuck with me, bro? You know they don't fuck with me, and there's a reason why they don't rock with me. There's a reason why I'm not on the conversations, or they come over here, or they want to be part of what we doing, because they know I don't play that smoke screen shit, bro. They know I don't. You understand what I'm saying to you, brother? You know I ain't gonna sit
Then
here.
why are you following for Alicia's smoke screen?
I'm not. I said the only
You are you disrespected Shirley Chisholm.
No,
those two women do not. Those two women do not compare.
Well, let me just explain something to you, brother. You act like I put them in the same Hall of Fame. I didn't do that. No, I didn't.
You were about to?
No, I wasn't. You can't tell me what I was about to do, bro. Okay, enough of that. Enough of
now
that.
you're getting aggressive.
No,
okay.
I'm not getting aggressive,
brother,
bro.
Let's move on.
I'm telling you.
Black Lion, can we move on, Black Lion?
All right, Black Bear, go ahead. Let's move on.
I watched the movie, Shirley Chisholm. I thought it started off dynamic, and then it just kind of insisted upon itself for about 30 minutes.
Hold on, Fame. It sounded to me, based on what we was just doing, it just brought something to me real fast. I'm gonna just circle back just for a second, if you don't mind. It sounded to me like you and I need to go ahead and get on that damn 2 cents tomorrow. We need to get into the 2 cents tomorrow. You know what that is?
No, we don't. I'm giving you a whole quarter right now.
Nah, we need to.
I heard you talk about that. I'm telling you right now. Anybody that tries to call in and give their 2 cents to me, before you give me your 2 cents, you're gonna have to pay me $50.
Okay, well, hold on. You lightweight calling out a fight. Hold on. You calling out a fight. Calling out a fight.
1, 2.
Listen, I'm a willing participant. But if you want to talk to me, it's gonna cost you.
You calling out a fight. You better listen to the theme music.
Since I'm the catalyst of this new section of your show, I feel like I should get paid by these people. It's a goddamn honor to talk to me. You're gonna pay me $50 for every 20 minutes. Not you, the person that calls in to talk to me. It costs you $50 for 20 minutes. You know,
right?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, you don't want that? You backing out the fight? You backing out the fight?
Listen. I'll gladly call in to talk to you, but if anybody wants to talk to me, they have to pay. I'm not giving out no form for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I did.
All right.
I did.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I thought the movie was good on the whole. It started out very dynamic.
Okay.
And then, like I said, for about 30, 40 minutes, it kind of insisted upon itself. Like the action was just kind of like, centered on the wrong things. I would have loved for them to delve into that court situation.
Which one? About the CBS, the
one,
network? Where
the
she
network,
sued the
exactly.
networks? Yeah, that would have been interesting to hear. They gave you a snippet of what that was about. You know,
they did. They gave us a quick, microcosm of it, but I thought they could have, kind of delved into that a little more. You know what I'm saying? I thought Regina did a very good, she made me think that was her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? From the costume, the accent, everything. She made me think that was her.
Yeah, she did a great job.
You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
Even that
job.
whatever that little gap in her teeth was on the side, missing tooth or whatever that was about. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
she gonna probably win the people on that will probably win some type of Golden Globe or
man, you know
Oscar
she ain't gonna get shit
for that costume.
Come on, man, you know she ain't gonna get. They ain't gonna get nothing for this. She was the executive producer. She put her money up on this, and she did an excellent job. It deserves nominations for a Grammy. Excuse me, an Oscar. All that shit. She won't get nothing for this, man. And you know what, Fame? I wasn't gonna watch it at first because if Regina King's name wasn't attached to it, I never would have watched it. I'm tired of the Emmett Till movies. I'm tired of the Color Purples. I'm tired of that shit. I'm ready to move on to some how we gonna make something shake now. Okay, but this movie right here was one that I suggest to everybody to watch, man. And that's not me supporting Regina King just for the hell of it. I think it's important because Fame. I think we learned a whole lot out of that. Did you see how they did each other? Did you see how it didn't matter if you were a Democrat or a Republican? Did you see all of that?
Yeah. Hey, oh yeah, I saw all that. Saw all that. It was like, damn, these some suckers.
I mean, hey, bro, and it's the same way today. See, a lot of people don't understand that these politicians go in one way and they get there and they become a millionaire. All right, and it's like, how could you go to the Washington D.C. and represent the people and you sitting there getting rich, but the people aren't getting rich? And I've always said that since I started Wyatt Live. That should be our argument. How do your politicians in your zone, in your areas, go off and get bigger and get rich? You keep voting for them, and they go off and do great things, and then they just become millionaires. You should pay
Right.
attention to that.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, do you see anything like that? Of somebody making a movie, even a damn Channel 64 after school special about Alicia Reese? Hell no.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? But
why you?
I will say the thing that
wait a minute, hold
really
on, bro.
caught me, the thing I really related to. Hold on, let me just say this. The thing I really related to was it struck me. I was cracking up because it kind of happened to me. When her first subcommittee on Congress was agriculture. You know, and she's
Yeah.
you know like what the hell I got to do with
Yeah.
agriculture in
Yeah.
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
That happened to me on my first newspaper job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one of my sub beats. Agriculture, you know, in a rural county. And I was just like, I'm from the city. I don't know. I remember the first time we went out to an assignment, me and this guy, we went out, me and the photographer, we went out to an assignment, and he said something about the bean, what do you call it, soybeans, talking about how good they look, you know, as their yield was coming.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, those are soybeans? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I had no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the effort of moving on, I want to ask you this: what were you talking about? Are you having some event coming? A boxing event or
No,
something?
you might have chimed in a little bit late, or you were just getting here for that.
Yeah.
What I was doing is I was talking about support. The people who show lack of, and I was giving an example. I said when I was doing shows, when I was doing boxing shows in my hometown and things of that nature, some people think that they're showing a level of support when they say, "Hey, Wyatt, I need 2 tickets, man, for Saturday night. Me and my wife or me and my son." They're not trying to support it financially. They think coming out getting free tickets is a level of support. And I just say that you can't support a business or you can't support somebody just with your presence. It takes financial support for these guys for us to continue to do what we do.
Indeed. Okay, because I was about to say, I had a respectable sports betting weekend. I was about to say, hurry up before this money burn my pocket somewhere else.
Nah, you know what you was
I
about
was
to
about to
say?
give you extra
Let me
cash
tell y'all
out.
what Fame was about to say. He was trying to figure out what the date of my next event was. Like he missed it when he came in because he was going to turn around and ask me for 2 free tickets. That's what he
I
was
wasn't
going
going to
to
ask you for
do.
free shit. I was going to buy two VIP joints.
Right, because you
know
hit
what
a
I'm saying?
big, because you had a great betting weekend, which you didn't cut nobody in on and nothing, no shit like that. So we don't want to hear about it. All right, because you didn't.
Y'all don't listen. Everybody think they doing their own thing. So it's just like, don't, make
Well,
those bets and keep losing them parlays. I
Fame,
keep telling your asses, quit betting parlay, bet single, less games, more money.
Fame, do me a favor. Let people know how they can reach you if they want to learn how to do some of this betting. How can they get in touch with you?
You can reach me in the Wyatt group. You can reach me on my on what do you call that called? Facebook.
Now don't put me
Fame
in it.
Rothstein, ain't nothing changed.
Don't
You know what
put
I'm
me in it. Don't say you can catch him in the Wyatt group, because if you lose your money, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't want to have if
They
he
got
give
nothing
you
to do
a
with why.
bad bet and all that old shit.
I will personally give you like personal advice. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody individual. It don't even have to be like, I give out, picks on my own show, YouTube, Betting Public Sports Show. But I will give you on personal advice to make you to make you feel good about yourself. Okay. But you can't get mad if you lose it, because I win some, I lose some. Right, hard to make a living off of this stuff.
Well, yeah. I think anybody that's betting understand that. Don't be a first-time bettor and think you about to hit. And I mean, if you hit, that's good. But most of us lose.
You ain't about to bet $20 and live next door to Wyatt. Okay? I just want to let you know that too.
Yes, you can. You can bet $20, parlay it again, parlay it 10 more times, and there you go.
You may as well bet the lottery then, if you don't do all that.
Well, look,
spend that on those tickets.
Speaking of the lottery, bro, we almost up to $1 billion, and I think it's tomorrow. And I've been trying to do that lottery thing. I got almost $1,000 last time. We had like $980, and that gave us over 400 or 500 tickets. And I think I need to do that again, bro. This money getting up there to $1 billion. And I would
Yeah.
love to have another, an avenue to that money.
I'm in. Go ahead, put that Cash App out, and I'm in.
I'm thinking
You know what I'm
about doing
saying?
it. I'm thinking about doing it. And then, having my guy down in St. Pete run some of the numbers. Like I would do half of the tickets here and half of them
Down
in
there,
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's definitely love.
I may do that.
One last thing I want to talk about before I go.
Okay.
You were talking about the state of Kentucky.
Yes.
15 years old in a gun charge or a gun crime, you're getting charged as an adult.
Yes.
As much as I protect the children, I'm totally with that.
Makes sense, don't
because, it makes sense because it's simply for the fact that a gun is a game changer.
Yeah.
While you're committing the rob, and so while you're committing the crime, so therefore it should be a game changer in the law.
See, that's what I thought you were going to call. I thought that's what you were calling about initially and was not agreeing with me on. And then you went off on this tangent on Alicia Reese, but that's okay. But I thought you were calling
I'm just sick of her shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Alicia
I'm
Reese
just
ain't
like
done
tired
nothing
of
to
seeing
you.
Alicia's face. I'm sick of her shit. I don't know why people like her. Just because she a down ass girl from Witho or whatever. I don't give a damn. That don't mean she ain't ass. That don't mean she ain't worthy.
You crossing the line. Leave death row out of it. You
Uh,
crossing the line. We know you a bulldog. Or where'd you go?
Mustangs.
Oh, no wonder. No wonder you got some shit
But
to
let
say.
me just say this about Withrow. I have never had any respect for Withrow. I played two sports in high school, football and baseball. I never lost to a Cincinnati public school in anything.
Well, you can't. I mean, shit. We wasn't good at tetherball and shit like that. We wasn't good at.
No, I wasn't tetherball. I said baseball, football.
No, we wasn't good.
I never lost to a Cincinnati public school in any sport.
Yeah, we wasn't good at bowling. We wasn't good at motherfucking shooting pool. We wasn't good. Well, we were good at shooting pool. We wasn't good at bumper balls and all shit like that.
He was just like every nigga school in the country. He was only good at one sport.
What sport? What sport were we good at Death Row?
That's the only sport you were good at Withrow was hoop.
No,
football,
we was good in football.
Yeah, I watched football. I started 3 years of varsity football. I watched Withrow win a total of 4 games.
So we wasn't shit at track? We didn't run track up? Shut up, Fame. What? Come on, Fame.
No, I don't remember anything about any track athletes out of Withrow.
Cool. But
now, afterward,
what did y'all ever win? I'm just curious. Y'all never won nothing.
We always won the league.
Yeah, that ain't shit. You ain't never won nothing that got nothing that the state of Ohio is involved in.
It don't matter. As a matter of fact, 2 of those years against Withrow, 3 years of varsity football, 2 of those years, Withrow didn't score a point against us.
Wait a minute, hold on, bro. Hold on. First of all, y'all don't have the state of Ohio on the wall at that school nowhere. Y'all ain't never won state nothing. Never been there.
Yeah, they did. They won state in baseball in '86.
Well, that was because y'all had Pete Rose. Damn. You had Pete Rose.
Pete Rose had been gone by then.
Nah, you had his son.
No, he didn't. He went to Oak Hills.
No, you had Pete Rose Jr. over there. He went to
he went to Oak Hills.
No, because I remember when he played against Ken Griffey Jr. and Griffey Jr. was over at Moeller and Pete Rose Jr. was at West High. I know where he was, bro. I'm a baseball dude.
That's not true. No, that's not true at all.
He didn't finish up over there.
Hey, fans. He's lying. I don't want to call the man a liar, but he's inaccurate at this point.
No, I'm telling you, Pete Rose Jr. went to West High when he
went to Oak Hills, not Western
finished
Hills.
at Oak Hills, but he played baseball. I don't care if it was a season or 2. He played a season at West High because I remember the photograph.
He might have played 1 season.
Okay,
trying to play in the same building as his dad.
Then
then he realized that when the district realized he was out of the district, he played at Oak Hills.
This nigga here, boy, I tell you, man. Hold on, man. You stay on me wanting to you just want to fight with me about everything.
I ain't trying to fight you about nothing. I'm just trying to keep you accurate.
So what did I say? What did I say that was inaccurate? Did he not play a season at West High?
I don't think he played varsity at West High. No.
Why?
I don't remember that. I don't remember hearing about it. Nothing. But we're gonna move on
right here,
because it's been real. And I have fun. I can't wait to hear the rest of the show. Again, like I said, I'm okay with the 15-year-old getting charged with it as an adult with a gun crime. Actually, Governor Beshear's over there. I know somebody that know him. He's always been a decent guy. That law that he's just coming up with is for the 3 main urban areas of the state of Kentucky. Louisville, Lexington, and Covington.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of urban cities in that state. That's it. That that law that he's proposing is based on those three areas. Because Covington, like you said, I think you were talking about Alethea. She came in there and had experienced that at Covington Homes High School.
No,
Um,
no, that wasn't over there.
it wasn't her. I'm sorry.
Now we
I'm
might have
sorry.
had somebody that
Whoever it
did
was, I'm
that, but
sorry.
she did a Cincinnati school. But yeah, I know
Oh,
what you're
okay.
talking about. But she did a Cincinnati school when they had the ankle bracelets and all that. Well, yeah, Kentucky, I do believe that, when you see these 15-year-olds doing what they doing, at a certain point, you can't keep calling them babies. Because this is not their first encounter with the law. You and I both know that, Fame. These kids they've been in trouble for 2-3 years and building up a record, building up a folder. And then they eventually do the worst thing that you can do to someone, and that's that's kill somebody. And unfortunately, we never really want to get to the bottom of it. We want to keep on playing politics and keep on playing with these people's lives and try to act like we doing something special for these kids, but we're really not. We're not doing anything special for them. Some of us just want the attention of it, but I'm just wanting to be honest. See how I could be honest about that shit without disrespecting people, Fame?
No, because I thought you were being very disrespectful and very dramatical about some potential murders and all this and that.
What?
All that ain't got nothing to do with the yeah. You're talking about potential murders. This ain't their first time doing this. You don't know that. The fact remains that a gun is a game changer.
Fame.
That's all.
Fame. One thing I do know about is the consistency of criminal activity. I do know that the average murderer is not a first-time offender. I do know that for a fact. All right. Most people that commit murder generally most of them are already on some type of like a probationary situation, or they're already in the streets and they've already committed several felonies. That's just a fact, bro. So yes,
well, the average murderer is probably an asshole to begin with.
Okay, so
I mean, let's just be honest. For you to kill somebody, you're kind of a little different.
Yeah, there's a difference between murder and killing someone. All right, they're not the
Well,
same.
yeah. Well, for you to intentionally end somebody's life, you're a little different. Like that. Just like a drunk driver.
So
you're a little
different.
Wait a minute. You like to take risks.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you. Let's just apply logic here. And you're a very logical guy when it comes to certain things. Are you trying to? Wait a minute. No, seriously. No.
Get your knuckles off my face with that backhand slap.
No, bro. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just being honest. You protect the kids a lot. Okay, and we know it, and I respect you for that. But I just got to say to you, do you think that a 15-year-old that commits murder, not kill somebody like involuntary manslaughter, they out goofing around and playing, and he accidentally kills someone? I'm talking about a 15-year-old who commits murder with a gun. Are you thinking that's the first time that kid has ever gotten in trouble or committed some type of crime? Don't you think that kid that would have the gumption to pull the trigger on somebody has already been in some forms of trouble or been in trouble out here? Don't you think that? Or no?
I think they've seen it too many times.
Well, they've
played Call of Duty too many times.
Oh, now you can't
They've been around it. They've been around a drunk. They've been around a drunk mama calling people motherfuckers.
Maybe so.
They've been around they stepdaddy or whoever the dude in their mama's life is.
Now you coming.
Being a jerk.
Now you coming. Now you coming to reality. So it has to be somewhat in their in their lifestyle, right? That's the reality of it. That's the way you should do it. That's logically thinking. You might not have attempted to murder somebody before, but you may be living in that lifestyle. All right. However, if that kid, I don't think that a kid that plays Call of Duty or plays video games or watch movies and shit like that, I don't think that's what gives them the courage to pull the trigger. I think that they've already built up the courage to be able to do it. I think we lost Fame, y'all. We did. Fame, feel free to call back. Feel free to call back. But if you don't, you don't. We'll get at it tomorrow. And then what I'll do, hey, y'all know what? I got a theme song for it. I got a theme song for us. Y'all know we're gonna do that Tuesday. What do we call it? 2 cents Tuesdays. 2 cents. We're gonna do 2 cents where people can go at it. You can even take me on. I don't care. I mean, whatever. Good luck. I'm supposed to be the judge, not the judge, but the referee in it. And hey, I'd rather 2 other people go. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Hold on, I'm trying to find this video if I can. But I don't know. Fame was pushing the envelope a little bit and being a little disrespectful. But I kind of don't expect much. I don't expect anything less than him saying how he feels. I respect that. Um, I respect that. Look, I don't care how anybody feels. I just need you to be respectful and when you say something about somebody. If you want to say that somebody's a liar, okay, that's fine. I guess liar's not that big of disrespect, but when you want to call them, names, disrespectful names, I got to kind of jump in there because I don't want to be the guy that they say, "Oh, they over there talking reckless about our leaders." Now, you can be truthful and it could be something that no one agrees with or you just feel this way, but there's a respectable way of disagreeing with people, and then you don't have to turn out to be the bad guy. Sometimes what you might say might be accurate, but the way you say it makes you the bad guy. So you got to be careful in your delivery. I thought Fame was ready for it. I thought we was about to get it going. I thought it was going to be a Monday. I thought it was going to be Tuesday on a Monday. I'm waiting for you, Fame. Where you at? Oh, he said, I guess I pressed the button, Wyatt. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate you engaging with us, Fame. Thank you very much for calling. We were talking about Shirley Chisholm before we veered off a little bit, and I did use an example. Shirley Chisholm was an amazing woman. Okay, let me put her picture up here so you'll know. It's not her picture. I'm sorry. It's the movie Shirley. I'm gonna support Regina King and her Netflix movie. She's the executive director. I can't think of any movie she's ever put out that I haven't supported. But in this case, I think it's lessons to be learned in this. I think it's lessons to be learned in this movie. If you watch it, you don't have to be cynical. You don't have to wait for something to happen and all that old stuff. It's a story that needs to be told, and it says a lot about how people, what politics is all about. And this is why I keep telling black folks, I tell everybody, I can't find myself in one particular party. I just cannot commit myself. I can't marry myself to one political party because they all do the same shit. They're all involved in the same movement. What can we do for self? Pretending like we doing something for the people. That's all. We're going to get up here and we're going to get rich. AOC from New York, I seen somebody put that lady's name in here. She got a whole damn Venezuela going on in her district. She got a whole, they'll be changing the street signs to Spanish here in the next few months. They got people outside selling Reese cups, Dixie cups. You got penny candy stores out on the corner store and this and this and that. And she talking about Trump and she talking about Israel. She ain't even talking about the people in her own district. You got immigrants out there, illegal immigrants out there selling ass in her district of New York. So what is she talking about? She just said that RICO wasn't even a crime. But yet she keep Trump in her mouth and talking about he need to go to jail and this and this and that. And the biggest crime that he's been accused of is a RICO charge in Georgia. That's the only crime that he could really go to jail for. The one that she just called a RICO case is not crime. That's not criminal. So I don't know where they got her from. I don't know why people, maybe because she cute and she stand up and talk about shit that's emotional for people. But she just say shit that's ridiculous. I mean, flat out wrong. And it's starting to show, because if you can't take care of your own home, how you gonna take care of the world? If you can't take care of your own home, how you gonna take care of your state? You understand? If you can't take care of the things that make you better as an individual, how you gonna make somebody else better? And that has to resonate with people of New York. So we need to pay attention to that. Let me go to the phone lines real fast and see if I can get something going on. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Wyatt?
Hey, what's up, twin? What's going on with you, brother? How you doing?
I can't call. I'm blessed. See another day.
Good. Hey, do
Hey,
you have me
man.
on a speaker or something, bro? It kind of sound funny.
Oh, my bad. I got you.
No, it's cool. Can,
Can you hear me out
yeah,
now?
that's much better.
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I can't complain. I thought you was coming on Friday.
No, I was out of town. I
Oh,
traveled with my
yeah, I know
wife.
Thursday you weren't coming up, but I thought Friday you was gonna pop up. But it's cool, though.
No, what
We on here today. I saw your boy E-Man. He might tell you.
you
I
seen
finally
him?
met E-Man Saturday.
Oh yeah, where you don't say you seen him out? Was he at a gig? Was he singing and shit?
No, he was at Perkins. I was doing a pickup up there.
Perkins? They still
Yeah,
got Perkins? The hell?
yeah.
Where at in Cincinnati? Where at in Cincinnati do they have a Perkins?
College Hill. Right
Oh,
there by the
you
Kroger's.
know what? They sure do. That's
Yeah, I
probably
think
the
that's the
only.
only one.
That's probably the only one in the country. That's the
Yeah.
only one in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I used to kill those. We used to go bowling over out in Spring, whatever was that, Madisonville. They had a Perkins out there, bro, and we would go to Perkins at 3 o'clock in the morning, right after we
Oh yeah.
bowled. Oh man,
Yeah,
those
that
was
was
the
the day,
days.
good old days back in the day.
Steal the bowl.
24-hour Perkins.
Yeah,
You
bro, we
can't
would
beat that.
leave
I didn't mess
bowling.
with that ad hoc.
Yeah, we would go to bowling and leave 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and go over to Perkins and eat. Oh, it was amazing. What's on your mind
Yeah.
today, twin? What's good, bro?
Man, I tried to get down on that at halftime, but he left that office real soon. He got out that studio
What?
real quick. Our
Aftab?
show go
The mayor?
Affleck.
He said Affleck.
Yes. Yeah, his name
Affleck.
Affleck, because we need some insurance around here.
Okay, what
He,
happened? What was he
no,
talking about?
he talking about some how this tax and everything, how the
Mm.
money go be distroled and all that. Really, he didn't really get no input on it. I
Oh,
think
okay.
the way he was sounding, he sounded like a bunch of bull to me, man. Because they go mess around and fuck some black folks out with no grease. Watch what I tell you. One put they all happy to join in, say, hey, we get money and all that. Man, it's gonna be something behind the game. I don't care what nobody say.
Are,
You talking
are we
affordable
talking?
housing and all
Okay,
that.
okay. I was gonna say, are we talking about the affordable housing acts and things of that nature? I
Exactly.
do know one of the things that I heard him say something about. Um, it was something about opening up these other neighborhoods for low income housing, and I got something to say about that. I just want to know what's your opinion on this right here, twin. Tell me, when you as the mayor come on and tell people like they should be affordable housing should be available in Oakley and some of these other areas, why should they have to open their community up for people that can't afford to live there? I mean, I'm just asking a question like why can't you tell the people that can afford what they can afford, why don't we just make our affordable homes, our affordable neighborhoods, why don't we make them a destination to want to be in? Why do we have to go somewhere and be like somebody that they don't want us there? We don't really want to be there because we wouldn't even adapt there. Why don't we treat what we have respectable and treat it right and make it a destination that people want to come to?
Right. Right, because it seemed like they want, what you call it, segregate us together, whatever, keep us together in one old
Let me
nut
ask you
shit.
something. What's
Why I
wrong
can't
with
go
that?
out?
Wait a minute, hold on,
Why
twin. Let me ask you, what's wrong with that?
ain't
What's
nothing wrong with?
I'm just
I'm
curious.
just
I'm just curious. Why are black folks so afraid? Why don't we want to be around each other in our neighborhoods? I just want
feel like
I want an open, honest answer why we don't want to be around each other.
because to be honest, you got people probably like, well, Ray and them, they stay there, and I know they uncle. He did 20 years, but still, he known for breaking in. We can't move there. That's what stereotype move we got.
Well,
To me, in
well,
my
if
opinion,
Ray uncle did 20 years and he living in that apartment, there ain't no stereotyping. The shit happened. I don't want
I mean, yeah,
I don't want Ray living next to me either. I don't want.
I mean,
So why would you think that Latinos or white folks or Asians or black people that live in the suburbs want them same people in their neighborhood? Why would they want that?
Well, that's true. They wouldn't want it, but that's how we probably thinking and everything. That no, we don't want them in our neighborhood. Then they somehow affordable housing. But when you look at it and stuff, you saying affordable housing. Well, why is this more $500 more than when I was paying? That's not affordable housing. Then with affordable housing, you gotta now they go you gotta do what background check, credit check, and all that. These people on a fixed income and everything. You call this affordable housing?
Yeah,
And
well,
all y'all should have been doing this, man. Forget all that. Money's not the key to everything.
it's not.
It's people with the it's the people. I mean, it's good to have money and everything, but damn it, you can't keep on bribing us with money all the time, man. That
Well,
ain't cool.
that's the trinket. That's the
And
trinket.
right, and then we fall for that, man. Just like these people rush read. Let's go vote. Let's go vote. You ain't hearing nobody now crying in my inbox or anything. Twin, what you doing today? How the kids? All that. Y'all ain't check on the kids and none of that. But y'all worry about me vote.
Well, that's
Come
the
on,
that
man. With that,
twin. You got a great point. You got a great point. Somebody asked me the other day about how I feel about a village raising people, and I said we got to go back to the village, understanding what a village is, and what you just described is it used to be the village would ask you how you feel and make sure you was good,
exactly,
and
man.
they don't do that anymore. So how can I expect a village to raise a child when you don't have any villages anymore?
Right, right, Wyatt. I got a client, man. I
Hmm?
used to have 3 or 4 clients, but they health declined and everything, and 2 of them passed away. Man, I used to go to there, and yeah, I used to cry. I ain't gonna lie, because it hurt my feelings, man. This could have been my auntie and my grandma, my uncle, and I said, Miss So and So, such and such, how you doing? I'm doing. I say, where your kids at? I've been messing with you for 3, 4 years. I only saw your kids twice. I know you talked to them on the phone. Man, they calling me 2, 3 in the morning. Can you go to the store for me? What store open? The gas station? White Castle? What? And I get out of my bed and me being the kindness out of my heart, I go do because I care about the old. If anything, man, why I got respect for elders, man.
Sure,
Because they
sure,
can be my grandma, uncle,
sure,
somebody
sure.
in a wheelchair and all that. And it just hurt my heart. That's like a little baby seeing a baby get hurt for no reason. That baby want asked to be here, but you want to leave your baby in the house and go party and stuff. Now your baby dead
Right.
and everything. Now you got a mental problem. No, you ain't got no mental problem. That's premeditated, man. Come
Yeah.
on, man, with that BS and then let's go vote. Let's go vote. You got these immigrants going in there and they going in there heavy. You got Tyson Foods CEO connected with Biden and all that and everything. It's about politicians, man. That's all they ain't care. They don't care about your vote, them white folks, man. And y'all rush the Democrats, Republicans, regardless. I'm voting for whoever in my best interest. I'm not about to go down there because you say, well, your ancestors, man, I don't know my damn ancestors. Quit saying that. Or we get it's our rights. We got, man, what right? You got a man that's got 91 indictments. You tell me that's a right? Come on, man. Hit with a RICO Act. What right is that?
Right.
No, y'all Democrats got to step up. You know why? Because they clowning on y'all. And you know why the black folks ain't too much rushing to go to them polls? Because y'all Democrat. Y'all don't educate these young folk. If you want them to really get down there, y'all praise Sexy Red and all them other rappers. Get them to come to the community and go vote. That's how you trick the enemy, man. If you want to get down with the vote, do a party or concert and stuff. Shoot them down here real quick through the community. Just like y'all came out for Biden and everything. I mean, Obama that one year, and he was top ranked and everything. He took off like a 747. Do the same thing with the black community. If you want our vote and tell us how you go do it and stuff, don't give me no crumbs, man. Money is
Well,
not go give me this and all that,
well,
man.
let me say this.
Education. You
You're
talking
right.
about education? Ain't no damn education. These teachers come to school want to rape the kids and get up and twerk and all that. Man, get up out of here with that mess.
Well, you would
Stop
you
it.
would you would think that the first thing you would attack as a politician or as a leader of your community would be the education system, because the when most of these schools spend, if not as much more time with these kids than their parents do. So you would make sure that your school system is intact. And I see that lets me know the dishonesty in what's going on, because you have schools that are in shrimbles and troubles and dust. Just
Man,
the
it's
school
crazy,
systems are
man.
horrible, but yet the suburbans kids, I mean, the school systems all run the same. They all run the same. It's not the school system, it's what's in the school system, and nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to
Exactly.
admit that there's problems with what's going into the school. We can say that there's a disproportionate amount of, like, there's a different level of learning. We could say that the schools are behind. We could say all of that, but there's a reason why it's that way, because it's set up that way. You know, I could tell you something personal about me and my family, but I'll save it for another day. But you gotta attack the things that's gonna make your future better, and they just don't do that. They put band-aids over bullet wounds, and then they find somebody to point at, and I just don't
Hey,
like that. And
hey,
let me make this one last point, because you
okay,
said something about it, and then you can have the mic.
okay,
My
okay.
last point on the schools, or on what you were saying about voting and stuff, is this: you had a lady go on black radio today that's representing the black, excuse me, that's representing the Democratic Party, who just said on live TV
Man,
that
she a clown.
black men don't, you know, they're not carrying their end for the Democratic Party, and if they lose, it's going to be, well, she didn't say this, but I'm rephrasing it and putting it in the way that most people took it, and that is, if black men ain't stepping up and voting, and if we lose to Donald Trump, it's going to be because of black men. And once again, that shit is crazy to me. Maybe black men are starting to think a little bit different. Maybe they don't agree with the feminist movement that the Democratic Party is supporting. Maybe they don't agree with the LGBTQ community. Maybe they don't all agree with all the policies of that party. Maybe they don't. But I'm not going to sit here and say that if the Democrats lose, it's going to be because of black men. That's crazy. And I don't even know why somebody wouldn't even test that bullshit. Why they let them say stuff like that.
I
That's
tried to,
crazy.
I tried to get on there, and so I couldn't get in because I showed about to catch and read her right. What you talking about the black men? Y'all the one took the black men from the community. So don't give me that black man stuff, man. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying, man, we had leaders back in the day. Why this stuff wasn't going on with these kids today? That'd have been a violation, man, all across the board, and everybody know it. Y'all took the black man. Y'all keep saying a black man is a black. Yeah, we try to do something. You go what? Oh, he's selling drugs over there. Give him 10 years. No, that's how y'all try to trick us and everything. And and what she was saying don't even make sense. She always talking about the black man, this black man. Man, quit saying all that. That's why y'all go blue and everything. And the way it's looking, and from my people in Chicago, what they was talking about, all right, man, hell with this Democrat stuff. They ain't doing nothing. They letting the only thing they letting the immigrants come in and everything, man. And then they say, what's the definition of making too much? Man, I'm trying to I got a job, but ain't enough. I need some food still. There's gas high and food and all this inflation going on, and the Democrats ain't doing nothing. I know, man. That's how
Well,
it is.
let me just say this, twin. I think everybody will have their reasoning of feeling the way they feel for whatever, the struggles they may have, um, whatever. But I think it's an injustice to say that the reason why the turnouts are low is because black men aren't voting in the Democratic run. I just think that that's a disservice to, maybe black men are feeling a little bit different. I mean, maybe the reason why we're not going out is because we don't believe in all the things that are being pushed by that party. You got to keep in mind, this is just my opinion, what I'm about to state right here.
You telling the truth right there.
Let me just say this one little thing. This is my
Okay.
opinion, what I'm about to say. But if there were no black people in the Democratic Party, I don't think there would be a conservative bone in that party. Black
Exactly.
people are the most conservative people in the Democratic Party. You got all
Exactly.
those left-wing people that just think fucking crazy about everything. And if it wasn't for black people being in the Democratic Party, I don't think they would have much balance. I don't think there would be a real thinker over there. They're just too extreme. And if it wasn't for black people being in the Democratic Party, in my opinion, I think that they would, and we took our emotions out and stepped back and say, hey, we supporting a whole lot of other stuff other than what we want to happen for us. And I don't really want to be part of that. And I think more black men are starting to step up, and they're voting, or they're holding their vote because of that reason right there. And I kept trying to tell, bro, I'm conservative. I'm a black conservative, but I'm not necessarily a Republican, but I'm a conservative. And I think that
Right.
most black people that are in the Democratic Party are conservative. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see it. All right, twin, got anything else?
No, that's it, man. It just pissed me off, man. They got a deadline with me. I'm gonna get them to August. If I don't see no improvement, man, that's it, man. I'm
Well,
gonna tell you now. I'm going to a Republican.
Well, here's what
Because
I say. Here's what I would say. If you're gonna call black radio and feel that way, they're gonna demonize you. They're not gonna. They're
I
not gonna.
don't care.
They're not
I don't
gonna.
care. I wasn't born with them.
Right, and I
Daddy
get it.
raised me.
I,
I don't listen to nobody that's
I
stupid
understand,
in
bro.
my eyes.
I understand, but we need strong brothers like you to be able to tote the line. Because if you're strong enough to 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 battle that, if you're strong enough to be able to stand tall on how you feel, then
Yeah.
you have to set the example of other weak blacks that don't want to speak up, because they reach out to me. They'll reach out to
Can
me and tell me how they really want to vote or how they really feel, but they don't want anybody to know.
Man, I ain't scared of nobody. Hey, why? Is it possible? Is it possible? Can you go on like what you call it, City Hall or something? You know, can you go on a platform or whatever and say what you want to say?
Who, me? Or just
I'm saying me,
oh yeah,
people
yeah.
in general.
You can. I believe you can do that. I mean, you could go over and sign up to be on the list, and they'll give you XYZ amount of money. Are you a citizen of Hamilton County?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe you could do that. Check with AK-47, Angela Kinney, or why don't you ask the radio station? They always got them damn people that's on city council and the mayor.
Oh,
They
matter of
always have.
fact, I ask
Yeah,
Stefan.
yeah.
That's who I be seeing.
Oh, matter
I'm
of
gonna
fact,
ask him.
I'm gonna make an announcement right now. I spoke to Stefan Pryor today. You know he ran in the race, the last race. He's gonna come
Yeah, I
on the
voted for
show.
him.
Yeah, he's gonna check this out. He'll be here Thursday at 1 o'clock as a guest on Wyatt Live, because he said he
Oh,
got some
that's
shit.
what's up.
He said he got some shit to talk about, and I believe he do. Because look,
Yeah,
we all watching from the back of the room. We watching this election shit as consumers. This is a product. Y'all don't understand. This
exactly.
politics shit it's
Exactly.
a
Yep.
product, and we're
Yep.
consumers of that product. Now we got somebody that actually was in the mix, was in the kitchen during all the mixing up, and you know, they know the recipe to this shit. And he'll have some of the ins and outs and some of the things that he went through. And I think we might be able to look through this through a different lens when you're talking to somebody that's actually been through it, and some of the things to, you know what I'm saying, that they may not have treated him right on, that he did get treated on, some of the decisions that he made that may have been wrong, some of the things that he did was right. I'm curious to know some of the things that he had to go through to get as far as he went. So he'll be here
Yeah.
Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, because he said something about he didn't know about the endorsement deal or something like
Yeah,
that.
somebody's
They
lying.
give,
Somebody's
yeah, see, they're
lying.
not. And when he said that, I was looking at her face expression, and she had that little dumb, stupid look. See, when they start looking to the floor and all that, and don't want to look you all out of eye, have that little sneaky look. See, I watch body language. If you keep it real with me, I just watch your body language. Like, if he telling the truth, he get just out here just BSing and everything. And that's what she did. I say she a bald-faced lie. Yeah, Stefan went lie about he didn't know about that, which he should have dig deep into it. But he fresh off the block, man. He don't know. He know about a little bit of politics, but going all the way as a state rep, he probably came up short.
Yeah,
But I
now,
voted for the brother and stuff because you know what? He was out here grinding. He was hustling, man. He was telling you what was going on and everything.
well,
The
let me
Democrats want to tell us, now y'all got a Democrat mayor up in there. He part of a conflict of interest and stuff, but he ain't tell y'all to the stuff at the Fed. Oh, it come 1.6 billion. Man, they about to, man,
yeah,
they
well,
crazy,
I'll
man.
say this. I respect anybody that's willing to, you know, put their ideas in action. That was Stefan Pryor. Like I said, he'll be here Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Let me just say this. I think him going to what did he run for? He ran for state
State
representative.
rep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think what he did is he jumped into the deep end of water on his swimming lesson. You know, he never really ran for anything
Oh,
quite this serious. And I think what happens is the politics took over, and he jumped into the 12 feet trying to learn how to swim. And sometimes you got to start at the baby pool.
you're
Okay. And
right.
and, and
You're right.
I think if he would have got in the baby pool and gradually walked and the water rose up a little bit, that would have gave him a time to take the
So
temperature.
you think he should have started off as a councilman, then worked his way up?
Well, I'll let him talk about that. Him and I had
Okay.
that
Okay. Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him talk about what
Okay.
his future plans are, and this and this and that. I'm just giving you my opinion of why
Oh yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
politics turned on him, and how he could come today and say one thing, and then the party could say, you know, when we invited you, you didn't see. I need all that shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. See,
That was crazy, man. When she
in
said
broad daylight,
that caught me.
in broad
And she
daylight.
right. She said that, man. That's like this line heifer.
Well,
I know
I
she
don't know
did.
if she lying. I'm not suggesting that, but if y'all
Man, they
believe,
be lying, man.
okay,
Them people be lying down there, man. I can tell they full of. Only thing they worry about is getting their money, man, and get out the way. We won't hear. We won't hear them from for the next 4 years. That's why
okay.
I don't do
Well,
that,
they
man.
show up. You'll see your boys here in a minute sitting in the front row at the church here in a minute when it's time to start. They'll be out there. They're gonna be in the
Oh,
church. They gonna look. They can't wait for some little dude to get hit in the head. Black Lives Matter will be back. They'll be black.
hell, that
They'll be
Black
back.
Lives Matter.
Listen,
I don't
bro.
agree with that.
Black Lives Matter did something to the Kyle Rittenhouse the kid during Black Lives Matter protest that shot the 3 white boys at a Black Lives Matter protest. The kid
Yeah,
ran with a weapon, an automatic weapon in his hand. He ran away from 3. Two of them just got out of penitentiary. All 3
wow.
of them was white boys. They chased him. He got a big ass gun in his hand. They chased him. First of all, who do you know that has a big ass gun in their hand and will run? Somebody that don't really have any intentions of shooting you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you chase this man, he falls, and in his attempt to turn around, you're on his ass and he shoots and he kills. One of them is a pedophile, did 10 years. He was out for 2 weeks. Do you hear what I'm saying to you, brother? He was out of jail for 2 weeks.
Wow.
How is he even out there for Black Lives Matter? He out there, he just did 10 years. So Black Lives Matter is trying to talk about this white little racist little white boy for killing 3 white boys. Now, this is when you just really, it's just fucking stupid. It's just ignorant. It's just want to be mad at some shit. You know what I mean? Think about it. I don't want
Yeah,
3 white pedophiles out at my protests supporting nothing that I do. You can't come out
exactly.
and raise money for my daughter to go to college and you a pedophile. You can't be part of nothing and you out here doing 10 years. You doing a decade in prison for raping little boys. Get the
He ain't
fuck
even
out of
supposed,
here.
he ain't even supposed to be around kids at all. But they don't look at it. They look at it the other way. Don't
Yes.
worry about it. He's white. He's cool. He's changed. He got rehabilitation mind. He's cool. He's not going to do it no more, buddy. He's
And,
cool.
and we just eat it up.
Yeah, eat it up like dominoes.
All right, twin. I got to bounce, man. I'm at the top
All
of the
right,
hour.
man.
Appreciate you
Be
calling
safe,
in.
man.
You too, brother. Have a good one. That was Twin engaging. I want to show you something because Twin was just talking about it. This is a lady. This rock is gonna, this stone is gonna kill 2 targets at one time. All right. This is a clip that I found of black men on a panel in Chicago. And there's a black lady who has the microphone who's sort of like that comment that was made today about black men need to come out and vote. They leaving us behind. This lady right here is now complaining about the policies in Chicago. It's a 30-second clip. But I want you to listen to the reaction that these brothers gave when she made the comment about how the money and what's going on in Chicago and in these cities that have illegal immigrants. Listen, and you wonder why black men are feeling the way they feeling right now. You wondering why they're not supporting certain policies. And if they don't support the policies, then that means they don't support the party. It's not that black men are we're irresponsibly just not voting and things of that nature. Maybe some brothers just don't feel like what you fighting for is what we really need to be fighting for. So check this out.
They are taking from all of these programs that we have, and they're taking the money and they're funding the migrants. Here we're going to be taking care of them for 5 to 7 years while there's paperwork floating on people's desk. And why? Send them home. Send them back. But Venezuela already said, oh, we're not taking them back. So now,
I got a question for you. Who did you vote for?
first of all, wait, I have no problem with saying that I did vote for Biden because I was not voting.
Okay.
I did.
Okay,
But
listen.
here it is.
Hold on.
Wait, okay,
That
go
was
ahead.
a question.
Okay.
Now you answered it, right?
Okay.
This migrant influx that we're dealing with right now, this is your fault.
This is all your fault.
So those panels are brothers. Those panels are up there saying things. Now you can be mad at me all you want to, but don't act like I'm the only one that's on Facebook or on these platforms. All right, so Emmanuel Livingston said he'll be on today around 3:15, 3:30. So I'm going to go on another 10 minutes, okay? So just so I'll have I wanted to get an idea how far I should go in my conversation with this, because I want to respect that brother's time. Don't act like because I sit here and talk policies and the things that I don't agree with, and I don't want to bash Trump like y'all want to bash Trump all the time. I may not want to do that, but at the same time, it don't make me a Trumpster, because I'm trying to bring the light what's going on with what we got going on now. I'm not the only black conservative that come on these airwaves and challenge what's going on. I'm not the only one. So don't try to make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to convince my people to vote for Trump. No, I'm just trying to bring the light on to what hasn't been working. Y'all voting 91% clip in the same direction. You better go watch Shirley. You better go watch Shirley. That shit got something to say to you if you pay attention. So Catherine Stone says this, and you know this is a rhetorical question. She says, so migration started when Biden got in office. Of course not. Of course not. But what other president has allowed 10 plus million illegal immigrants to come into the country and live on the streets? Get what we call welfare from the state. Get taxpayer dollars to survive and sit back and hear about their asylum case. Name a president that has allowed that to happen. Why didn't it happen in the prior administration? Why didn't that happen? And now, while y'all sitting back trying to act like Biden is not complicit in this act, while y'all sitting back trying to act like that, you got 12 and 13-year-old girls. I know y'all try to act like you care, but you really don't. You got 12 and 13-year-old girls selling ass out on American streets. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? Fine, do your own research. You got Latino gangs fighting black gangs in Chicago. Don't believe me? Do your own research. I've been here talking about it for 3 years. You got some people that just discovered this problem 2 months ago, and now they got all the answers. 10 million people later. 3 years later, 10 million people later, now they got all the answers. We all know that immigration is messed up, but that don't mean that it couldn't be compartmentalized. It was at one point. But when you get in office and you change things by executive orders and you don't have the remain in Mexico, did you see how they tore down the fence in Texas the other day? They ran right past the guards because they knew they weren't going to do nothing. Ask the black folks in Chicago, Boston, ask them how things are going. Just ask them how it's working out. Don't get mad at me because of the shit that's really happening, and then you get mad at the messenger when I point it out. They talk about Trump so much that they forget what's happening in reality. Nobody mentioned today at all that Trump, somebody put it in here, and I was going to mention it. Somebody put it in the screen some time ago, but I'm going to say it now. Nobody has mentioned not one time that the bond that he was supposed to post of almost $500 million has been reduced down to 175 million. You know why they don't want to say that? Because a federal judge looked at it. It's an appeal process. They can't dismiss the charge, but they can bring it to a reasonable situation. That was so unreasonable. And when you have somebody that's a free thinker, an independent person, tell the truth about some shit, now here come all your chaos agents and your oldies but goodie people who want to sit back and try to make the messenger the bad guy. You don't want to listen to him. He falsifies, he lies. No, the truth of the matter is they took his bond amount down to 175 because they wanted to be, it was excessive. It was an Eighth Amendment problem. You couldn't, it just didn't make sense. And you've been so brainwashed to hate somebody, you'll drive over a cliff to kill the passenger, killing yourself. They ain't gonna talk about it, JD, is what I'm talking about. They'll mention it. Of course, it's, oh, yep, motherfucker, yep, got that down. You see, he Teflon, they can't touch him. How about it was some bullshit out the gate? How about that? Let me ask you something. And I used this scenario one time. I had to use it with my wife the other day. I said, if you bought a car, 5-year loan, you bought a car for $20,000 at a dealership, and you go in there to get financing, and the dealership says, sir, you don't make enough money to qualify. Your debt to income is wrong. And you say, well, wait a minute, I make enough money. And the car salesman or somebody come out and say, hey, look, you need to make $500 more a month to qualify. And they say, well, wait a minute, I do extra. Do you get any extra money? Do you drive Uber? Do you do anything? And you sit there and you say, well, yeah, I do overtime. Plus I get a bonus at the end of the year every time. I make well over the $500 a month I need to. And you put it on the application. You get the car, you sign, seal, deliver, you give them your down payment, you get your payment. You done paid on this car for 5 years. Somebody tell me that this case scenario this example that I'm giving is not equivalent to what just happened with the Trump situation. You paid for the car. You made every one of your payments on time. For 5 years, you made 60 payments on time. A year, I won't even put it in 5 years, 6 years. A year after you pay that car off, the FBI come knock on your door and they say to you, Mr. Wyatt, we need to ask you a few questions. And I say, okay, sure. And they say, well, wait a minute, Mr. Wyatt, do you have the keys to the car that you purchased? And I say, well, I sure do. They right here, but I got the title because I paid it off a year ago. And they say, well, sir, we're going to have to take that car. And I say, for what? Why? What's the problem? I mean, what did I do wrong? And they say, well, when you filled out that application to get that financing, you overextended your income. You told the dealership you made $50,000 a year, when in fact you only make $25,000 a year. Now, here's my question to you. Even if I did lie, who got hurt? Who got hurt? I paid the car off on time. They got every one of their 60 payments. I now own the car. The dealership didn't take a loss. The bank didn't take a loss. Who took a loss? Who took a loss? So if I over-evaluated my income, that was up to the bank to do their due diligence. You got to look at the underwriters at the bank and say, did you not check his income? Did you not verify his employment? Did you not verify his income? Y'all dropped the ball before you let him drive off. So that's exactly what the banks did in this case. And then if the dealership come into the courtroom and testify for me and say, Mr. Wyatt made all his payments. He made 60 payments on time, plus the down payment. We mailed him his title to the car a year ago. And if Mr. Wyatt wants to buy another car from us through our bank, we'll gladly finance it for him. And the Fed said, no, you broke the law. The DA says, nah, we pressing charges. We're going to fine you. We're going to fine you. Now, the car costs $50,000. But you're going to fine me $275,000 with no one hurt. Because I said something on the application, which, to be honest with you, if you do it in real estate terms, for you to say that Mar-a-Lago, that home that man live in, is only worth $20 million. I know lots down. You don't know nothing about Florida. You can't go to that area. You can find a blank, a lot, just a flat ass piece of land that's worth $10 or $15 million. Just a flat block of land, gravel land, could cost you $10 million. $15 million. And you talking about a compound that's there is worth $20 million? Oh my God. Y'all don't know. And see, what's going to happen is the same thing that I told you what was going to happen. As these cases start evaporating, because once it get to a real court, the injustice of the whole injustice will come out. And y'all gonna be mad about some shit that you never knew anything about, because like CNN and MSNBC and all those fucking people that angertainment, all they're going to do is try to make it sound like it's the white power movement. It's the white power movement. It's white privilege. That's why they can't touch Trump. You got to be it was all opticals in the beginning. It was all optics. to have all these indictments and do all of this. This is not me defending a man. This is me trying to tell you how they do it. They overcharge in local cases. If you got a little nephew or a cousin or somebody like that, when they file charges on him, they always upcharge. They give you, if you get caught selling drugs and you selling to an undercover, and you selling to an undercover police officer, you're not going to go to court when they catch you and they say, well, we got one count on Mr. Wyatt selling drugs to us on the corner of Vine and Liberty. No, you know what they're going to do? They're going to build a case on you and they're going to say, we got 6 counts. Because what they're trying to do is show a pattern of consistency of this is how he makes his money. It wasn't a one-time thing. We got him selling to us 5 or 6 days. This is what he was doing to make money. That's what it is. And then, of course, Trump, I told y'all a long time ago, Trump is not a good representative of the Republican Party. He's not a good representative. I told y'all he is a bad brand ambassador for the brand of conservative Republicans. I understand why he's there. I understand why he's getting so much support. I get it. But he's a bad brand ambassador. People are ashamed to be conservative and say that they're going to vote for the Republican Party because a vote for the Republican Party means a vote for Trump. Let's leave Trump out of it. Okay, so let me ask you guys something. If you vote for Biden, is that a vote for Biden or is it vote for the things you believe in? Think about it. You know you got some black folks that really don't like Biden. They know that they know what he about. They know what the fuck he really is. So how is it possible, and make this make sense, if you know that about Biden, why would I be mad at you? I'm not mad at anybody that votes for Joe Biden because I understand your vote may not be for Joe Biden. It might be for the things you believe in that party. Why can't we just understand that about each other? Instead of being 6th grade lunchroom table people, sitting back wanting to try to make fun of somebody because of their beliefs. You can be a conservative and vote Republican and not like Biden. Not like Trump. You can do that. Nikki Haley just showed y'all. But now let me ask you something. How many choices did you get how many actual choices did you get in the Democrat Party? They forced Joe Biden down y'all throat. They didn't want anybody else to be successful. That says democracy to you? That makes you feel good? That you got to go to the polls and hold your nose? I mean, let's just think about that. That don't make sense to me. I don't want to have to go. I don't listen. If my wife told me we going to dinner, and I say, well, I don't really eat seafood, babe. You know that. Well, we going in here and I'm gonna get my thing. You can sit down and just pick something. I probably won't fucking eat that night. I don't eat what's on the menu. I'm not gonna hold my nose and sit there and eat a plate of food. I have choices. I'm a grown ass man. Nobody's gonna force me to do something that I don't want to do. And you're not gonna manipulate me to make me feel like my choices aren't shit. Or because I'm conservative, I ain't got no business voting for the conservative way of thinking. And for the ones that think, oh, well, he gonna put you back in chains. Well, they didn't fit me for change when he was in office last time. Nobody came and asked me what size my neck was for my chain. Nobody told me. Matter of fact, business was a little bit better. Business was better. You know why? Because restrictions, regulations was down. The entrepreneurial spirit, something that Cincinnati public schools don't teach, was wide open. You just didn't take advantage of it. When you have a businessman as a president, or when you have conservative ways, they open up the opportunities for you to be successful. They don't want government to be this big. They want to reduce government. Let me ask you, when was the last time the government ever did something for us? We bitch about the government all the time, but yet we want to vote we want to vote for the government to grow. That makes no sense. That's oxymoron. Make it make sense. 78,000 IRS agents, and they didn't fool you to believe that 78,000 IRS agents are going to go after the rich people that don't pay their taxes. Meanwhile, in that same argument, they sitting on Cash App Zelle, and all these other things, regulating it, where anything that goes over $400, now you need paperwork on. Do you really think rich people are over here fucking with Cash App? That's our haircutting people. Those are our small business operators who are now going to be regulated by this big government. Government don't make money, people make money. And it kills me because the smartest dudes in the world in their own circles try to keep plugging for motherfuckers that regulate, over-regulate us. And I ask, how many business owners I'm just wondering, how many business owners come from them people that argue like that? How many of them are really are business owners? I'm just curious because the government is not, they're not business friendly. Not to small businesses. Ask some of the small businesses, since y'all want to laugh at all the PPP people, y'all want to laugh at all that shit and think, you want to laugh. Ask how many small businesses bit the dust during COVID because PPP didn't work for them. If I wouldn't have had my shit together, here comes some real shit. Here comes some dope shit uncut. Get mad at the messenger if you want to, but you got to learn something right now. If I wouldn't have had my shit together as a small not black business, I'm a business. If I wouldn't have had my shit together as a small business, I would have bit the dust like everybody else. If I wouldn't have been monitoring, keeping up with my shit before COVID and positioning myself, do you know how much money I lost personally during COVID? My business, I lost a lot of money. You know why? Because not all businesses, especially small businesses, not all of us qualified for PPP. Not all of us we weren't in line for that. We didn't qualify. You only qualified, and you can say I'm lying, go do your research. I ain't gonna research this for you. I'm gonna bring it to your attention. You go find out if I'm lying or not. Not all the businesses that made out in PPP are the businesses that were in debt. If you're in debt and have payroll and leases all over the place and stuff like that, you leasing your equipment. If you're not self-sufficient, you weren't getting any. If you were self-sufficient, you wasn't getting nothing from a PPP loan or anything from this government. It was if you was in debt, that's how you can get it. If you own rent, if you had rent, had a mortgage, you can get it. But if you own your shit, you own your own. And then your staff left because you wanted to get them $300 a week. Staff was making more money on COVID relief than they were making at work. It destroyed small businesses. It destroyed us. It destroyed us. And you know what? You know what stories are going out right now? You know what stories are going out? The motherfucker that stole PPP money and got 3 Ferraris. The guy that stole the money and he was living lavish. The girl who stole money and was sitting back eating at Ponderosa and Perkins and shit all the time. Those are the stories you heard about, but you didn't hear about the 40% drop in small business. Now, let me ask you something. With us having less capital in the black community in this country, this governed country, how many black businesses do you think bit the dust? We bit the dust first. Some of us just had our shit together. And I'm still making up from them losses. I'll never make that money back. I'll never make that money back. More importantly, your kids they'll never make up the 4 years they're behind from staying at home and letting them teachers unions shit on our kids. Don't get me on this politics shit because y'all ain't ready. Some of y'all can throw back them oldie but goodies and throw ex-mayors' names up and talk all this politics shit. I talk reality. And reality is politics don't do shit for you. It don't do nothing for you. It give people something to talk about. It makes some people seem to be smart. It make them sound like they know something don't nobody else know. But I will ask you, black folks, how are we still in the same position and y'all vote at a 91% clip and you think you smart? Smart. You look at every other race of people in this country, none of them vote at a 91% clip. None of them. I'm never going to call my people dumb. I will never call my people dumb because that's not what we are. I will call us gullible. Say what you want to say about me. I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. I'll call us gullible. And why I say gullible is because we the same ones that will fall in love emotionally with somebody that we know ain't right for us. We are gullible. We get emotionally attached. And I told y'all, we are the softest, greatest people in this country. And when you the softest and you the greatest, there's somebody that will manipulate your softness, your kindness, and they do it. They do it. You got a school system that don't teach you how to be better. They just teach you how to get by. That's it. Our schools don't teach us nothing other than just how to exist, how to get by. They don't teach no damn entrepreneurship. They don't teach you banking. They don't teach you how money move. They teach you how to pay bills. That's it. And we at a 91% clip. And then you got a black woman coming on the radio telling us that if we don't get our shit together, if black men don't step up, then we gonna be in a world of trouble. Where are we now, ma'am? We dedicated our votes to one particular party for decades. And it all changed. What was that in the 50s? Do you know that black people in the 50, like 54, we were the most progressive people, like we were outperforming everybody in the job market. Our average income was going up over everybody. And then all of a sudden, here come these programs to better us, to put money in our pockets. Get the fuck. I'm gonna play one clip, then I'm out of here. My brother E is coming on. He said he'll be on about 3:15, 3:30. Y'all go check him out. I'm gonna play this one little clip right here. I know y'all don't like this young lady, and I know we slow to the beat sometime. We don't like truth. We don't like when people say shit and call us out. Just like I didn't like when the sister came on the black radio and said that black men need to step up. You understand what I'm saying? Black men are stepping up. They just not stepping in the direction that you want them to go in. We're not supporting gays. We're not supporting little boys transgendering over to be girls and playing sports with little girls. We don't support that shit. There's a whole lot of stuff over there that we just won't support. So we tend to think, what do we need to do? Y'all forcing people to be not going to the polls. Y'all forcing, you forcing that. I'm an independent, conservative black man that wouldn't have a problem voting for Democrats. I would not have a problem. But y'all don't do shit right. And then when it fall apart, you want to blame somebody else. That's just me. That's how I feel. I've been around it too long. I've watched it. I voted for Barack Obama twice. For all the wrong reasons. I emotionally voted for him and felt good about it. And I don't feel bad about it now. I'm going to play this one video right here. Let me see if I have it on cue. Hold on. Listen to this. And I know y'all don't like this, sister, and that's fine. But one thing you can't do now, is you can't say, oh, I don't like her. I don't like her because she married a white dude. Then you don't like half the people Joe Biden and them fucking with then. You don't like the vice president. You don't like the Lisa Rice. You don't like the lady that he put on Supreme Court. You don't like none of them. That little argument is played the fuck out. Y'all did enough of that old crazy rabbit hole shit with Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. That was y'all legitimate reason to call that man a coon, is because of his wife being white. But you don't have no problem with the shit that Joe Biden say about black people. You don't have no problems that he spoke at a damn funeral of the KKK leader. You don't care nothing about that shit. Oh, he wasn't in the KKK when he said something about him. Foolish, just gullible. Listen to this.
American audience.
What is the negotiation tactics so that we're not acquiescing to somebody else's agenda, but being clear about ours in the process of giving them our support?
Well, I would say the first thing is that it's important to identify what our agenda actually is. And I think that the most important thing for people in this room to understand is that there is a very small window. Right now, the black vote is the most important vote in the country. There's a very small window before our vote's not going to matter. These conferences won't matter, and us sitting here won't matter. Because illegal immigration, if you're looking at the numbers, every new birth in this country, 60% of all new births are Hispanic Americans, and the Democrats are about, listen, you're saying, let me get to the point. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with it. I say illegal is the new black because it's true, and there's a reason why they're advocating for open borders. Right now, our vote means a lot, but new births of black Americans have stagnated. The population growth within black America has stagnated.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. Two years ago. I'm not mad at the messenger. I don't care. I don't care what is the message true? You know what? Let me ask you something. Let me ask everybody a question. If a white supremacist came on Wyatt Live show, first of all, would you be mad at me? Would you be mad at me if I brought a white supremacist, an actual white supremacist, a KKK member on my platform and talked about the problems that he see in our community? Would you be mad at me? Or would you soak up what he's saying and take the information for what it is? Or if he had some information that we needed on what the problem is, or he was giving us information that we needed to be successful, would you be mad at me because I brought somebody on here that don't like us? Or would you listen to what the person says and learn from it? Let's take the emotions out of the argument. One last video before I get out of here. My brother, do y'all remember this same conference when everybody was booing the information that was being put in front of them? Do y'all remember when she was getting booed? But yet she was spitting facts, and y'all mad at the messenger again for telling the truth? 3 years ago, we were talking about this immigration was going to replace us, but y'all got black people on stations, channels that get paid to convince you the opposite of that. How do you think that the black vote is going to continuously be valued when our population is declining and every other population is growing? Except Asians. Asians aren't growing, but they don't really vote Democrat. How is that a benefit to black folks if we had a 91% clip? Explain to me how this shit is working out in your favor. The politicians that's going to, the black politicians, they're all benefiting. You can't say they got any power. Y'all sitting back with we got a whole black city council and trying to figure out what's going on. I told y'all before they sworn in, I'm not mad at them. I'm happy for it. But they're going to do business before they do black business. You can't do business. We got this misinterpretation that black people are supposed to do something specifically for black people. That it's not structured that way. You have to find yourself you can't ask city council to give black minority contractors bids or give them opportunity when black contractors aren't trying to get the jobs. So what are they gonna do? Just sit on their hands and say, well, let the streets and shit just corrode away. We don't have no black contractors that's trying to get the jobs, so fuck it. Don't give it to nobody. That's not how business works. I told you they was going to look out for the business of the city before they look out for the people. It didn't make sense to some. I got called a whole lot of names for that, but that's okay. That's okay. We slow to the beat. It take us a few years to get to, you know what I'm saying? And we got the same people. And I understand how it is. You want to be smart, intelligent, in a circle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest with you, who wants to wake up being the smartest man in the room every day? Not me. I'm in the wrong room. If I'm the smartest guy on the platform or in the room, if I go to a banquet tomorrow, if I go to a party tomorrow, and I'm the smartest guy in the room, I ain't supposed to be there. Crazy. Doing the same thing, looking for a different outcome. Amazing to me. Amazing. Okay. All right, I was just reading a couple of the comments. Don't forget tomorrow. Anybody that want to come on and have at it with somebody, feel free to do so. Let me know in advance. I will not be here on Wednesday. Okay, I won't be here. I'm going to pick my baby up from the airport. She's home for a few days for her spring break. So we're going to host her here at the house. I will not be here. No, that's Wednesday. Thursday, I have scheduled Stefan Pryor. He's supposed to come in on Thursday at 1:00. We're going to talk to him, and maybe he'll educate us or inform us on some things that we need to know. And yeah. So that's pretty much it for me. Go over and check E-Man out when you get a second. I'm not sure what he's doing. I hope he feels better. But that's my time, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 1:00. Peace and love to everybody.
1, 2, it's the party. It's the me and Troy.
Coming to you live is Eric Sermon
Squad, Keith Murray, Red Man.
The new type of aroma smells of oregano, cinnamon, all flavors. Check it out, y'all.
Tones, stay up, D-Mac.
Me and my crew in the Benz 4 deep. Yeah. My other peeps trailing me in the black Jeep creeping on the way to a house party. Yeah. With no kid and play, just a fly DJ. It's on the pop and then we getting rides. Everything's tight, everyone has a light. I pull up in the place to be, immediately swarms, and all of us is armed. It's cool, not that type of scene. Crazy blunt ashes, girls shaking asses. Money makers, video rump shakers, and niggas with game fast breaking just like the Lakers. It's all good if your game is tight, and if you know the scoop, don't love them like Snoop. Yeah, the reason why the girls out there, they get biz, they run like a bunch of wild kids. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. Now the scene is set and now I'm hyped. I'm seeing what girl is coming home with me tonight. I spot one on the sofa, sipping juice with 3 other girls, sporting pin curls. I said to myself, excuse yourself, E. So I went over, put my hand out like Billy D. Excused her from the 2 girls she was with. Macked her, put the flavor in the air and split. To the other side, to the other vibe where it looked live. Protected cause my man had the 4 or 5. My boy looked up, asked me was he hooked up. I said she was shook up, she put my phone book up. She gave me every number that she knew. A girlfriend for you, a girlfriend for you. I stay real, I never perpetrate. Cause nowadays, falling in love never pays. I'm quick to say fuck a hoe. Y'all niggas know, I'm strictly for the dough, word to God. This is the way that Death Squad swing. It's not just a one-day fling. I represent my style for my peeps. Take it to the streets where we play for keeps.
have a drink, conversate, and pump up your fists and do it like this. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me,